You pushed me into this. I'm sorry, but I can't let you spoil my marriage and reputation. Nobody will find out about this.
The divorce papers were filed the following week. Emily handled everything through her lawyer. There was no fight, no emotional confrontation, no final meeting. Austin signed every document quietly from prison, without arguing once. Emily never visited him, never wrote him, never sent a message. That silence hurt Austin more than prison itself ever could. Because anger would have meant she still felt something for him. But Emily gave him nothing. She erased him from her life completely. Jade's funeral took place on a rainy Saturday morning. The church overflowed with people, friends from university, neighbors, former classmates, relatives, people Emily didn't even know her sister had touched so deeply during her short life. Yellow flowers filled the church because Jade had always loved yellow. Emily stood at the podium wearing a black dress with a single yellow flower pinned near her chest. For most of the speech, she remained composed. She spoke about Jade's kindness, her humor, her stubbornness, her dreams. Then, near the end, Emily's voice finally cracked. She should have done better, but I forgive her. I forgive both of them, she whispered tearfully. Rest in peace, sister. Emily stopped speaking completely after that. Her father quickly walked forward and held her as she finally broke down crying in front of everyone. Months passed slowly afterward. Emily moved out of the house. She chose a smaller apartment across the city, somewhere without memories, buried inside the walls, somewhere without a backyard. She started therapy, returned to work eventually, spent more time with her parents. Little by little, she learned how to exist again. Not happily, not fully healed, but standing, still standing. And Austin sat alone in a prison cell with 40 years ahead of him. At first, he kept telling himself the same lie, that everything started with one bad mistake, one terrible drunken night. But prison gives people something they often spend their whole lives avoiding: time. And eventually, Austin was forced to confront the truth he had spent so long running from. The truth wasn't that one mistake destroyed his life. It was that every single time he had been given a chance to do the right thing, he chose himself instead. At the bachelor party, in the bedroom, on the wedding morning, during the affair, in the kitchen, in the backyard, every choice had led him there. Not fate, not alcohol, not bad luck. It was him, and now he had 40 years to sit alone with that truth. Moral lesson. This story teaches us that one mistake does not always destroy a life. Sometimes it is the lies, selfishness, and fear that follow afterward that cause the real damage. No matter how painful the truth may be, hiding it only gives darkness more room to grow. Austin had several chances to do the right thing, but each time he chose to protect himself instead of the people who loved and trusted him. In the end, innocent lives were destroyed, families were broken, and the very future he was trying to protect disappeared completely. This story reminds us that honesty may hurt for a moment, but deception can ruin lives forever. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and follow for more interesting stories like this.